Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is a video we never thought we were going to make, but we had so many students telling us that they were sick and that they weren't able to work on their business, or they wanted to know how I work on my business when I'm sick. Most people just get the flu and they're kind of out of commission for a couple days, but obviously with everything going on in the world right now, some people are out of commission and sick for longer. I'm gonna give you the short answer right now. When you're sick, most times you don't work. But if you set things up correctly before you're sick, you're able to make money even when you're out of commission, not working, and resting, which is what I'm gonna tell you how to do in this video. By the way, if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, we make 3 videos a week where we show you how to grow your business, get more clients, and make more money online. So be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my best videos for all my tips on making money. All right, so you're sick. How do you work on your business? What do you do? Well, step number 1 is to sit down and determine how sick you really are, because that's going to essentially help you make the rest of your game plan. If you're very sick, you should just rest. Curl up, go take a nap, get cozy, and just let your body do what it needs to do. Rest. Trying to force yourself to work when you know you should be resting is a recipe for disaster, because honestly, it's going to make you more sick. I know that as entrepreneurs, we want to be go, go, go and always working on things. But what I've learned over the years is that trying to push my body when I really should be resting will actually delay my recovery. So if you're really, really sick, don't work at all. Just rest and recover. It's the most important thing you can do. Step number 2, if you have decided that you totally need to rest, you need to clearly communicate that to the relevant people. That could be team members, that could be clients, that could be people who are overseeing what it is you're doing. Clearly communicate that you're going to be out of commission for a couple days. So for example, back in the day, a long time ago when I was designing logos, if I got really sick and I knew I was going to be resting for a couple days, what I would do is I would send an email to that client and say, hey, Mary, just as a FYI, I'm under the weather. Your logo is going to be 3 days late. Thank you so much for understanding, Maria. And I think a lot of people are worried that the clients are going to be mad at them, or the employer is going to be mad at them, or the team members are going to be mad at them if they take a break. But actually the opposite happens. When you clearly communicate, hey, I need to take a couple days, projects are going to be delayed, that's much more professional, and it removes some of the friction and the frustration from the person on the other end. If you just sort of rested and didn't say anything, they would be confused about where you were and where their, in my case, logos were, and it actually is less professional. Clearly communicating that you're going to be out of commission for a couple days will give you peace of mind and give the people on the other end of the line peace of mind. Step 3. Now this step is for you if you just have the sniffles and you're not feeling perfectly like yourself, but you still want to work. Sometimes, a lot of times when I'm sick, I am bored. I don't want to watch Netflix, but I'm not feeling like maybe being on camera or, doing calls, but I still want to work a little bit because honestly, I would get bored. Most of us have like mindless, repetitive things that need to be done, or just things we've been kind of putting on the back burner. That's when I'll do this kind of work where I'm just kind of sitting on my laptop, I'm curled in bed, and I've just got my laptop and I'm doing like laptop work. It's repetitive. I can have Netflix on in the background, and it allows me to not be bored as I'm resting and recovering. So examples of this could be things like repurposing content. Maybe I'll take a bunch of Instagram captions and I'll turn them into blog posts for my website, or, maybe like engaging in Facebook groups or leaving comments on Instagram, pretty like low effort stuff that I can do while I'm watching my favorite shows. Step number 4 is to use this time to your advantage. Use it to help you pay attention to what's really going on in your business. When you stop working, things grind to a halt. And that could be pointing to things that you need to outsource. I'm going to give you an example of this. Recently, I was sick and I was out of commission, and I just realized that I was spending too much time designing slides in Canva. Even though I'm a 7-figure business owner, for some reason, I think it's because I was a graphic designer, I never outsourced that. I just did it myself, and I spend so much time creating slides in Canva. It's ridiculous. So I've hired somebody to help me with that. Being sick also breaks your routine, and it helps you examine things that really aren't, things you're doing, but you're not getting a good return on investment. So for example, I used to post to groups, other people's Facebook groups, and it would be like helpful posts or valuable posts, and I really never saw much return on investment for it. And so obviously at one point it stopped when I stopped because I got sick, and I never started doing it again because I realized, in the act of breaking my routine, I realized that this is something I don't need to be doing. Step number 5 is to see where you can batch create so that you can just take a break when you get sick. Great example of this are these YouTube videos. Recently, I was feeling really sick and I couldn't film. So now what we've done is super awesome. We're in the process of creating a 5-month backlog. So we're creating enough videos where I could take 5 months off and we would have videos for an entire 5 months, filmed, edited, scheduled, ready to go. There's other areas that you can batch create in. Basically, what you want to do is look at the things you're doing and the things you're creating on a weekly basis and say, what if I batch created this so I can take that time off and my production level is exactly the same? You know, we were lucky when I got sick. We had a backlog, and so we didn't mess up our YouTube schedule at all. We were able to still put out amazing videos perfectly fine, and nothing looked different on the front end because I had batch created. So creating in batch is number one. It's actually more efficient. We'll sit here and we film 6 videos at a time, much more efficient. Number two, it creates freedom so that you can still be creating amazing content, sticking to a content schedule without you being so tied to it all the time. Tip number 6. If you decided to take time off, fully unplug. So if you decided that your body needed rest, fully unplug. Log off of all social media. Don't be on social media at all. Use this time to drink warm tea, read books, think about your business big picture. One of my friends, he's in a mastermind that I'm in for 7-figure earners. He said something and he gave me permission to share it, and I want to read it off to you. And he recently took 6 weeks off, and this is what he shared. He says, spending an extended period of time away from your business helps the dust and clutter in your mind settle. You get a different perspective when lots of the day-to-day things that demand your attention aren't demanding your attention. You start to think about bigger ideas, not just about your business, but your life in general. Meaning, purpose, relationships, your own health and energy levels. So basically what he's saying is, if you're going to take time off, really take time off, like break that routine, fully unplug and allow yourself to just almost go big picture with your, to his point, not just your business, but your entire life. So if now is a season of rest for you because you're sick, use that time wisely, fully unplug. Don't be scrolling on Facebook. Don't be scrolling on Instagram. Fully get off and think about big picture stuff. What I've learned over the years as I get sick is to use this time to up-level my business. So if you want to, instead of watching Netflix, you should totally come to this free coaching workshop that we're doing. I'm actually going to walk you through and teach you how I tripled my business in 1 year and sign on 70 clients per month. It's a really good thing to do if you're just kind of resting, but you want to learn how to grow your business and really make this year a very profitable year. I think it's the perfect next thing for you to do. I'd love to see you there. You can grab a free seat by going to www.mariawent.com/workshop or just click the link in the description. I'd love to see you there.